What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Shifts. I am ATO, Ace the Outsider.
I'm Sir Aimézing.
And today is another wonderful show we have for today. Who's our first guest today?
Our first guest is at the Sharp Youth, Andre Jackson, one of the head honchos over at Organic Gentleman. So we can tell these young men how to dress like a gentleman.
And dress in different settings too, professional and recreational.
Exactly.
Our second guest is G-Premacy, really good friend of ours. Traveled all around the country. He's been to Colorado. He's on tours with some pretty awesome artists. Still doing shows here in Buffalo and all around, so he's pretty awesome. We're doing an interview with him, and then he's going to perform one of his new songs. And he's going to be performing with our boys,
Neo Groove.
So it's going to be a tight show. We can't wait to get started. So stay tuned, guys. What's happening, everybody? We are here back with The Shift. For the first shift, we have our man, Jackson from the Gent Lifestyle.
How you doing?
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Jackson. You can follow me on Instagram. It's at the Sharp Youth. So that's CHESHARPYUTE. And I'm a co-founder of the Gent Lifestyle. Basically, we're a bunch of gentlemen who aspire to share our knowledge on the menswear fashion style. So number one thing we do is work with young men in consultation with working, if you want to get into a suit, if you want to get into a job, you just want to look nice for that first date, switch it up from a Nike Tech to a little sharp suit, put your swag on, James Bond style.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And as you see, the man knows what he's talking about. I mean, look at this assortment right here.
He got the crown. You know what I'm saying? The crown, because we kings, young kings. Shout out to kings celebrating birthdays today, Pops.
Right.
Listen, I got to know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did you come up with the idea, and when did that passion for your attire start?
So, personally, it started all back in Jamaica. Like, all we wore was uniform. So we were in that khaki suit, that color that's every day we're going to school in a uniform.
Yeah.
So throughout college, I was just like, all right, you know what? I like a uniform. And one of my co-founders aspired to be like this gentleman. He basically just taught me, he was like, hey, listen, if you want to change your perspective, you got to change what you wear and how people see you and how you feel when you look in the mirror, you're going to feel that change. So I decided to change it up and started wearing suits more often, and I realized like everything started to gravitate towards me what I want.
I like that.
It's important,
right?
Because look, when we talk about being a young professional, and one of the things we want to talk about with youth especially is perception. Mm-hmm. So when you wear this suit, talk to me about any time you might, I don't know if you go to the gym or if you're out running errands, wherever you go, how do you dress and why do you dress the way you dress?
Okay, so why I dress the way I dress is because I can always transition. I can always dress down, right? So if you're dressed up fully, like right now I can take this off and I'll just be in my t-shirt and I can do some push-ups and work out. So when I'm going to the gym, I'm going there directly from work in my suit. When people who see me in the gym walking in there in a suit, they're like, wow, okay. And then of course I go into the locker room with my duffel bag and I change to my Nike Tech, go out there and I'm doing my workout. And then I repeat the same thing going back out. People respond to you much differently, right? So that's one thing where I feel like dressing up is always important. You can always dress down as far as it goes, but as far as, you go to a party or whatever it may be, you can take it off. If you're too formal, take off the tie. You loosen it up, you relax, you chill. You can always dress down. That's the number one statement. But as far as dressing all the way up, come on, it's something that's tough.
Word up. So how can somebody you're saying that people have to be a little bit versatile. They can't they don't have to be just in the suit the whole time. They can be versatile with their assortment.
Right.
Word.
So as far as versatility goes, you want to start off with something that's simple. Like you want to start off with a black suit, right? If you're wearing a white shirt, that works great. If you're wearing a blue shirt, that works great. The colors like gray, you can use for interview. Like this outfit we have out here, this is like a summer outfit. Something that's warm, you basically put that on if you're going to a wedding. You're going on a little date, you might just throw on a white shirt with that, have that little flower there.
I like
Happy Mother's Day. It's out there, right? And then you just be fine wearing that. You throw on a hat because it's too hot outside, you want to stay cool, and you pair that up with some nice gentleman's shoes right there, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Like it.
See, this suit right here, I like it. I like it a lot. if I wore it with this hat and that, I feel like I'm one of them old school guys. I'm going to listen to my man Ray Charles and, you know what I'm saying, get some sweat from him and pull something out from the club that night. So, talk to me about what you got going on back here. Because, you know, Ace.
I didn't get the.
I mean,
what's
up, bro?
I didn't get the note. You didn't tell me. He didn't see me.
We planned the whole fashion fit, so it was like we had to let him know what we could do.
What I thought it was that you wanted to show both sides. I thought you wanted to show the dress up and the casual.
Okay. So we kind of got all three elements because he got on the tie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got my dad pants on, and then you know what I'm saying? We got the
casual, cool.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Y'all, I'm gonna step out the way. Y'all do what y'all do.
Alright, so for you, I think we'll just take one of these blazers out, throw it on, and see how your perspective goes.
Alright.
With the shirt that you're wearing and your dreads and everything like that, the hat, well, I would say try something on like this.
That's my favorite one out of all of them
So
too.
take that off. Right, there we go. Give him a hand. Alright, now, swing on. There we go. There we go.
I got you.
Alright,
Throw that on. You good?
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Working out, man.
A little bit, just a little bit, man.
Hey, you look like a professor right now. You look like you about to walk in. Let me tell you something. Everything you think you know, you don't know. Like,
Don't
this is-
know.
You know what I'm saying?
Class is in session.
There we go.
Professor Ace.
I like this. I like this. I like the way it fits too.
Right, there we go.
Because sometimes, you know, when I'm shopping, sometimes I'm just picking up something and it's just like, it's too blocky and it doesn't like fit my shape the right way. So how do I find out what best fits my shape?
That's an excellent question. So most suits are actually made towards the square box fit. So
Okay.
now is where the importance coming in. When you pick out a suit, you have to get it tailored.
Gotcha.
If you go in depth a little more, there's something called bespoke, where the suit is made specifically towards your exact measurement.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
There's a show called John Wick. I don't know if you guys ever seen that
Yeah.
movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
He's in the movie and goes in and they're like, okay, well, how do you want the suit done? Is it a dinner suit, things like that? And they make it specifically down to your exact measurement.
Nice.
When you go into a store and you're picking up a suit, it's not already made to your measurement. So you're gonna have a little block on the shoulder, things
Right.
like that. Most of the time, there's gonna be extra material on the sides there because they don't know who they're selling it to.
Gotcha.
So one thing you want to do is when you pick off the suit off the rack is figure out, okay, well, how much excess is there? Because what you want to show off is you button, that's first button, right? There we go.
It's like we going to school right now.
What you want the suit to show off now, raise your arm this way, is the curvature of the inside right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that hourglass figure.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Ladies' hourglass
For sure.
figures, men have that same figure we got to show off too,
Fact.
right? And now the length as far as the arm goes, you don't want it too short.
Okay.
You want it somewhere that's right above there. You can see your
Gotta
watch.
see the
You
watch,
can see
right.
your dress shirt.
Yeah.
Man, what time is it? Listen, hold up, time out. Hourglass figure. I don't want an hourglass figure. I do no legs at the gym. I want to look like Johnny Bravo.
You want it
Honestly,
all chest.
to me, it's straight chest. Like my brother Kanye said, I hate the gym, all chest, no legs.
Okay.
No legs. So, talk to somebody like me where, first of all,
You have a hard time running, bro.
listen, you don't gotta run much, you know? Since you do the chest for us, you don't gotta run.
Alright.
They run it. Anyways, catch my drift, double entendre. Double entendre, Andre. Talk to us about how you get your suits tailored, though. Do you go to you have a personal stylist that tailors them everything, or?
So I actually tailor my suits myself.
Whoa.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
And we're in set to put out a video on the Gent Lifestyle page as well as on our YouTube page. And we're gonna start selling sewing machines and teaching people how to sew. Because it's pretty simple. I've watched videos on YouTube. I had my co-founder teach me. Roughly, he spent about 30 minutes showing me how to connect a thread to the machine. After that, I started picking up suits at the thrift store and working on them. You know, if you have an old piece of suit or the first suit that you got, you know, back in the day, you used to
A
get
little
that
heavy, you know what I'm
excellent
saying? It's a
material.
little bit.
You throw that under the sewing machine, you're thinking about the lining in itself. All they're doing is creating a new lining on the inside.
Oh, okay.
Once you do that, it shows off that fit.
That changes the
Now you're talking about the upper part of the chest here. Once you cut that excess part, you're showing more as far as that chest. You know, it pops out. So yeah, there we go. There we go. And that's as far as it goes. It's the same thing with the arms. All you got to do is there's a lining. You tailor on the inside of the lining. It cuts off the excess fabric and it shows off your arms and everything like that.
So yeah, so you can spend like maybe $50 to maybe $100 and maybe look like $1 million.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Any $100 suit, right, or even a $50 suit, you can actually tailor, and it looks like $1,000 suit. It's the fit on how it looks.
Gotcha,
Right.
gotcha.
So the material may be pricey, but it's the fit. If it doesn't fit you, then it's like, it's a nice suit, but it doesn't fit you because it's not fit towards. It doesn't have to be skin size.
Yeah.
But if you've got, let's say, 2, 3, 4 extra inches of excess material in there, it doesn't look right. If you've got maybe 1 or 2 of inches of excess material, then that's perfectly fine. And it looks nice.
Cool.
All right, so one other thing I just want to expand upon, because when we're talking to our teenagers now, as teenagers, they might be looking at us like, yo, why would I wear a suit? And that's not me, and blah, blah, blah. Talk to us, and let's all give our piece on why it's important to be able to wear that, wear this, and wear the Nike Tech, and wear the ripped jeans and whatever other things that are worn. It's important to have all those looks. Everybody give a little bit of spiel about why it's important, because the fact of the matter is, like Gunna had as a young black man in the United States of America, there's a certain way you have to carry yourself. Let's talk about that.
I would say worldwide, that's the type of thing,
Yeah.
because worldwide there's a whole perception about it. So wherever we go, you know what I'm saying? So, but then opportunity could be anywhere at any time. You never know who we're going to run into. The reason why we even have this show is because, you know, you were doing something that didn't have anything to do with media, and you got the opportunity and the doors open. So really there's just doors always around us that we could open. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that's always it's not usual too. It's not usual to see a young person wearing a suit like this if they're just out and about. You know, I think that you can definitely change the perception of how you look and then how you feel too. Because I feel kind of nice when
Put that blazer on now.
Get the town real quick.
Hey, man.
After 2 hours, I might have to keep that
Yeah,
one,
I
man.
might have to get this one. But yeah, so like even wearing them, I'm just like, well. And then after you just give me your explanation, I feel like I could take this on and try something different.
Yeah. So number one thing, right? I always have one black blazer in my car to throw on no matter what I'm doing, whatever. I throw the blazer on and I have doors open for me. Literally, I have people open doors for me. If I'm going to the bank or if I'm going in to buy fast food or something like that, people see that blazer, they're opening that door for me because why? They feel like I'm a business, I'm important. They sense that and they're like, wow, okay, here, let me open the door for you. Like, so much opportunity opens for you. So when you're thinking about, okay, well, why should I wear a blazer? Well, you have a lot of opportunities open for you. What do you want to do with life? You never know. You know, if you want to be a ball player, you might have a coach see you wearing a blazer like, hey, like, you're looking fit, man. Like, come play for me. You know what I mean? You have a lot of opportunities that can really open to you once you put that blazer on. There's a whole, like, doors just start opening for you.
Awesome. Cool. Maybe you want to input on that?
Yeah, I
Let's
definitely.
wrap it up?
I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. You know what I'm saying? How we gotta close it. But I think what's most important for us to display and let them know is that every day is a walking interview. I myself, like you said, with the show, I've had jobs offered to me just by being at the gym. So many different things can happen, and I think the other thing is, when I was in high school, I did well in school. But every time I started the school year off, I sat in the back of the class. So I wanted that teacher to think that they knew me before anything, because I like to troll people. Because I want to break that mold and let you know I could sit in the back of the class and be the smartest kid in this class and answer every question. I think that all connects to the fact that when you carry yourself and you could put on a blazer one day and I could put on my Nike sweats the next day and still let you know that I'm on this level, I'm not regular. I think that's important for our youth to understand, because you know, you got that crown on there. You know, when we speak with other gentlemen, they say the word king. If you think you're a king and you believe you're a king, you move like a king. If you think you're regular, there's words that we use on a day-to-day basis, then that's how you're going to look, and that's how people are going to look at you. We want to thank at the Sharp Youth for coming on to this shift. We about to shift because we about to turn it up real quick.
All the way up.
Have some music.
Yeah.
We got who coming on?
We got G-Premacy coming on. Like I said, he's been around. He's touring all over the place. He's got a lot of style for you, and it's featuring Neo Groove. So we're going to do a quick interview, show after that. And then one more time, where can you find your information?
At thegentlifestyle.com, right? So that's CHEGentlifestyle.com. Thegentlifestyle.com. Just a pro tip, you young kids, young teenagers, if I had to tell myself something as a teenager, it would definitely be switch it up. Even if it's twice a week, when I went to high school, I went to Academy of Entrepreneurship. So every Tuesday and Thursday, we had to wear either business attire. switch it up. If you're going to high school, just change it once a day, once a week, right? Just wear a suit once a week. It doesn't have to be a suit. Wear a tie, wear a dress shirt, something once a week, and watch how everyone reacts to you differently. So challenge yourself to do that.
That's a major key. The Shift, guys. Stay tuned.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to The Shift, ATOH, The Outsider.
Sir Aimézing.
And we got our boy G-Premacy in the building today.
It's good.
So, G-Premacy, you are a musician, rapper, basically. You toured around the country a little bit, a lot of it. And you're from New York State. You're from Troy.
From Troy.
Where? So tell us a little bit about coming from Troy, because Troy is
It's the hood.
Yeah, I don't want to offend you. I didn't want to offend you. But so tell us a little bit about your hometown, like coming out of that.
Yeah, man. Troy, New York. Put it into perspective. It was number 5, I think, in the most dangerous cities in New York this year's rankings that came out. It jumped up from 7, and people were like proud about it.
Since you left, nobody knew how to take it, bro.
They still been whipping in the kitchen. That's why. Always
Whipping that
whipping.
whip. Shout out my bro. It's not a fun place, you know. But we do what we can do, you know. So we out here, we living, we making the best of it. That's all you can kind of do, yo.
Alright, let's get to the music though. So tell us what your music's like, because it's pretty intense. You have a style that kind of it's quick. It's quick, but your delivery is there.
Yeah.
So tell me about how that kind of got shaped.
Well, it's funny because I just found this out. I just realized this rather. It seemed like everybody from Troy rap fast now, but I'm not sure if it was like something I was doing and it was like, oh, so rap like that, or it's just our environment, whatever. But there's a little bit of aggression that comes out in my music. You know, it's not a message of aggression, but the delivery, you know, is a little more high energy in your face.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
And it's technical. It's a very technical thing I've worked hard on for years on years. You know, a decade actually. You know, so it didn't kind of happen overnight, but it took a lot of try this, try that, try this, and then eventually it kind of all honed down into this sound that you hear today.
Gotcha.
G-Premacy. When I talk about the shift, when I think about the shift, the biggest thing that we want to display to the youth is you. I have to look at you as the prime example of what drives me to make this show. Talk to us about when you decided to dig deeper into the music, and talk to me and Ace about that journey that you've been on, what it takes, how you've been able to go on all these tours, and all the back stuff, all the bad days you have to deal with too.
Right. So there's a lot of parts to that answer, but I guess I started rapping, like I said, I started rapping who knows how long ago, but I started like consistently kind of playing around probably like 10 years ago, right? And then it wasn't until about, I don't know, 2014, January 2014, when I went quote unquote pro and got my paperwork in order, and you know, registrations where they need to be and all that good stuff, start tracking things. There's when you go from I'm sitting here, I decide I want to rap, you know, to how do I get from this idea I have in my head to where these people that you're watching on TV and on Instagram and everything doing what they're doing, how do I get there? You know, and it was always I don't know, step by step. You know, you just kind of do it. You know, it's really that simple. People think I think they spend a lot of time thinking, how can I just jump there?
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, most of the people that you see out there, you know, it might be your first time hearing of them, but they've probably been rapping for 9 to 8, 9, 10 years. You know, it just sometimes they get that one little pop, but it's a lot of steps that you kind of have to build and build and build. You know, I go on these tours, and it's not like I just woke up and was like, you know what, I want to tour around the country today. let me just make that happen next month. No, it was like a lot of networking and doing stuff for free and helping other people out, doing favors, and networking is the biggest thing. You know, you go and you talk to people, you help them out when they're trying to come out this way. On June 29th, we have the new release. Obviously, it's coming out, and we're doing a release show. It's myself and Mindset. It's another group from Buffalo. Shout out to Type Relevant. They're going to be featuring on the show as well. And then we have this dude, Oliver Spitz, from Pennsylvania. He's actually going to be coming up You know, and he's like somebody he's a prime example of somebody in our network that we've built over these last few years. You know, we go down there, you know, he'll make sure we get paid and make sure we get the hotel set up and we're taken care of. You know, we got food and blah blah blah, the whole nine. And in return, when he comes around this way, we do the same.
Nice.
And you know, and there's a network of probably 20, 30 artists, promoters / you know, grinders, hustlers that are kind of working together to kind of make this whole thing work.
Cool. Cool. So tell us a little bit about tour life. What's that like?
It's a lot. It's all the good stuff that you see, and then there's a lot of the you know, the garbage that you got to kind of put up with. You know, my last like big tour, we did 24 cities, not last summer before, and you know, we went out and we probably had 18, 19 of them that went as planned, and then there's a host of 5 that will get calls 3 days before we're supposed to be there. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're not doing live music anymore. Like, what? I got people, like, I can't cancel, you know, so you got to hustle, stroke. Hey, we got this band coming through, you know what I mean, the horn section and the artists and blah, blah, and we got to hustle and try to get another show booked, you know, and that's the issue that comes along with being an independent artist is you don't have that security net of being like, yo, Jay, they dropped the show, I don't know, figure it out. And it's like, no, if you want to play, you got to figure it out, you know? Wow. And then it's just hustling. So there's you know, there's vehicle problems you have, unexpected expenses, you know, and then at the same time, it's the greatest time of your life, you know. Yeah. I went to sleep, or that the not Southern Hashtags tour, the Taking Back Tomorrow tour. We went to sleep in Vegas. I woke up. We ended up at the Hoover Dam a couple hours later, and then I went to sleep in the Grand Canyon, you know, all on that same day. And it was like, I'm never going to forget it, you know. It was like, it's mind-blowing. Yeah. Wonders of the world and all types of, you know, so wow, nice. It's, there's positives and negatives all the way around, but overall it's not my trade.
Talk about that drive, because we actually did a show together. You put me on for my first show when I did some music, and
that was fun. Facts.
It was really fun. And the thing that I took away from that, I remember sitting, I was watching you. I think you told me you worked like a double the day before. You had to drive to Detroit for a award that you won back at your high school. The next day, and this show started like midnight. It was like 12 to 3 on top of everything. So talk about the focus that you got to have, and I also want you to touch on your support group and how that's important and how that can keep you moving.
All right, yeah, no, I'm just going off like that exact situation. So going back to that network, the in and out, you know, we had helping each other out. I had a kid from Kansas. Shout out Keyboy McCarthy. Look him up on Facebook. Keyboy was coming out from Kansas, and the shortest version possible. We had a show set up, and then again the venue canceled on us.
That's true. That's right. We did have to go somewhere else.
So we had to jumping around the city, calling. Everybody's booked. It's a weekend, and it's Friday night, I think, and it's like, all right, the show's in 2 days, and like, where am I going to find a new place? So we got to be a little innovative sometimes, you know. So we ended up at Casa di Francesca's. Right. They had this like banquet area in the back that we just set up, you know. So we threw that together, you know, and it's like, I know I have this show. I know I got him coming in. I got to figure this out. So that's the first thing. And then, like you were saying, I had to go back to Troy. I ran track and field in high school and college, for those who don't know, and I played football. And that weekend, I was getting inducted into my high school Hall of Fame. Oh, shit. So it was like, I got a lot of stuff on my mind because my family's coming in. My brother lives in Kansas, my sister lives in Virginia, so they're all flying into, you know, for the awards ceremony and everything. And I'm like, all right, I gotta get this straight. But yeah, I gotta work because, you know, you need that money, you know, you need that bread. So we're gonna even get back to that, but I gotta work, then I gotta go here. I gotta make sure this show's good. Then I gotta figure out I'm gonna get to Albany, and then I had a show in Albany right after the award ceremony. Like literally, I leave, shirt and tie, got my clothes in the bag, change on my way, get there, run into the venue out there. You know, so it's a lot of things. It's just planning. Right. You know, you do have to be very focused. You know, but it's as long as you think about the main objections and then all the required steps to complete each of those objections, just list them out. You know, I got a little sticky notes and pens I just keep with me all day. Right. Sticky notes all over the house. Right. All over the studio, all over my job. You know, just write down things you gotta do, get done. And as you check them off, everything becomes a lot more organized, and it's a lot more like you're on autopilot, you know.
Dope. So yeah, it's definitely a process to it, as you guys see. Like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Troy also wasn't built in a day. Absolutely. But we got the hometown hero of Troy right here. G-Premacy is about to perform with Neo Groove. They about to get it on. So guys, stay tuned for the shift. We got a lot more coming. Let's get to it.
Let's get it.
Welcome back to the shift. I'm Sorry Aimézing, joined by AC Outsider and G-Premacy. Without further ado, G-Premacy and Neo Groove.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. When you ever seen a mic like this? One time.
Unlock my own doors, I kept in my keys, I invested in me while they roll up their dreams. Spend all they green on that bread, but they green while I spend all my bread on just building my team. They all resigned if you know what I mean. I brought my spine to do what you seen. Brother, this is not that easy, nah. Get in there and not be cheesy, no. I've been doing a tour on repeat, now I'm trying to be on TV. You know I'm messing with some regular dudes, I mean to be rude, don't get offended, get attitude. I ain't in the mood, just had to quickly take them to school, cause if I lost with trick or treat, I ain't never been fooled, nigga. There'll be mortified, there'll be mortified. Punches in my eyes, watch you ever try, how can this be? How can this be? How can this be? They'll be mortified, they'll be mortified. Punches in my eyes, won't you ever try? How can this be? How can this be? How can this be? How can this be? Before this was ever so easy to me. I doctored my path and just made you see. How can this be? Before this was ever so easy to me. I doctored my path and just made you see. How can this be? Believing in all this shit that we can't see, like a white rapper in 93 from the D. Some shady or Marshall, I just call him E. F that, I'm just trying to be where the best at. I be walking around in Y and a Mets hat. Focus on my futures, on fighting every setback. Put that on life, but you don't wanna bet that. I chased down my dream. Trust me, Miss Freddie ain't cool with this scene. In New York, I land her cause life's on my team. Made her boyfriend a fiend, he Kareem with the lean. Stare at the team when we show up. Hide behind the beam when we go up. But then hang around till we shut the club down and we head back to the telly toe up. They'll be mortified, they'll be mortified. Punches in my eyes, don't you ever try. How can this be? How can this be? How can this be? They'll be mortified, they'll be mortified. Punches in my eyes, don't you ever try. How can this be? How can this be? How can this be? How can this be? Before this was never so easy to me. I doctored my path, man, just wait and you'll see. How can this be? Before this was never so easy to me. I doctored my path, man, just wait and you'll see.
Listen, man, that was wonderful. We want to thank G-Premacy, thank Neo Groove for coming through, bring it on in. As y'all know, with the shift, every episode we get t-shirt winners. I always get a custom t-shirt with a custom quote. These are 3 winners for today. Bring it in here. Okay, everybody bring it in. And Ace, you gonna send this away.
This is the shift signing off, guys. The shift is over. Until next time.
Reaching for the next run, might have took a little slip, but now I got a grip, about to get it back quick. See now it makes sense why they give it so much lit, cause they never had a grind, they got good at talking ish. And also don't forget, nah, let me skip that, I ain't with the chit chat, homie, I'ma kick back. Watch them try to break the bars down like a Kit Kat, never facts over whack tracks, it's a mismatch. Never touch a feel, but always wanting the juice. Dropped on the boots since they was playing matters and juice. Watching credits for rockin' slice like that was a hoop. I would say it's time to go like it mattered to you. Grew up, head west, flew back to the coop. Got my hair right, then we started building the crew. And I'm telling you, every one of them keeping it true. Like listen, my doom, and all of this can happen to you. We'll get shot, we grind in the pressure. Fell off and we bounce back better. Ain't trying to give your ass no lecture. Just trying to kick game to your brain like a header. Sat up on a plane, cell phone on my lap. Armrest down, headphones on my cap. Threw a beat on and I woke up from a nap in a brand new